Itaola Wafi2 Touchline Sessions is the name of the show. And as your hosts, my name is Bomi, and of course, I'm not alone. Inoswile.
Too. The name is Civile Nizwele, and in this episode we'll be unpacking, of course, Ikemehoti in South Africa, one of the biggest derbies we have in Africa, the Soweto derby.
Mm,
So,
mm,
of
mm.
course, Abanye, they didn't have fans in their last game against the Cape Town Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a shaky win for them. Bonile laphaya
Bartman.
uPartman wahlukumezile yo.
Mm.
Uhlanti, yeah, I saw Hlanti at the end of the game. Ukuthi, yo, it was written all over his face. Ukuthi, Ampur, Ampur. They got away with one, the Kaizer Chiefs. But
Yeah,
at
so.
least it's a win in their last game out. Oh, they were playing at home, so you can say ukuthi the atmosphere, they prepared the atmosphere themselves, like for themselves in the dressing room. You going into the derby, you want to be in good spirit.
Mm,
So
mm.
up against your oldest rival. So and the fans are gonna be there. Any of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But man, when it comes to the derby, it's almost like it's an unwritten rule. Uguti form goes out of the window,
Mm.
and how they did in the previous games, it matters little.
And
It matters little coming into the derby because um, this is one of the biggest games, as you said, in Africa as a whole. So the coaches themselves, they go into the game with the mindset that they need to not lose the game. Yeah, well, historically in the derby, we've seen Uti, the coaches approach the game with a not lose mentality rather than going all out to win it.
yeah, not lose value. And funny enough, this game hasn't seen a lot of draws, especially in the league. So in their last five, Kaizer Chiefs,
That's recently. That's
yeah, in
recently.
their last five, in the
Mm.
league, Kaizer Chiefs have won all their games against the Parachuchu. The aggregate, I think it's 7-2. So Kaizer Chiefs, bruh, when they play against the Pirates, they make sure. So some Pirates fans think Uguti, the only team that Chiefs really want to play against in the league, it's them. So when it Chiefs Ishaya the Orlando Pirates, for them they've won the league.
The season is done.
Yeah, the season. You can crown them champions. So man.
Let me just.
So yeah, you want that, both of their strikers, Chiviero and oh,
Are we talking about the Chiefs now?
yeah,
Usaile.
Chiefs, yeah, and Saile, they've scored in that game. So at least that's something you want to hear, especially as a Kaiser Chiefs fan.
Yeah, but the
Our strikers,
marking from me, Cape Town Spurs, man,
bruh,
highly
a goal
questionable.
is a goal. Same as a win is a win. A goal is a goal, bruh.
But hey, context matters, mfethu, because I doubt Uti Orlando Pirates will be using that shady defense that we saw in Cape Town
But the
Spurs.
same defense, they couldn't break it, the Pirates.
Yeah, yazi. When we're speaking of the Pirates, ne Kaizer Chiefs, um, I do want to say this. I do want to say this, and I might come across as in some type of way, as a football fan. But watching our matches, our DSTV Premiership, it's tedious, man. It's
Mm.
hard work. It's tiring watching our own games. I'm not saying that we should not watch them, but I'm saying Guti, the quality and the standard is at a point whereby, yeah, it's hard work watching our games.
Yeah. Do you think though the quality and see, yeah, the quality of the league has dropped Like I think in the past, like in the 90s, the league was, I think it was good. You'd see who's good, who's not good. Mind you, you'd see teams like Cape Town Spurs beating
Orlando
Orlando
Pirates.
Pirates. Bruh. Back in the day, it was something that was almost written in stone. Gucci Pirates win those games when an underdog doesn't beat. Of course, it's football, so
Yeah,
things
yeah,
happen. But
yeah.
manji, I think it's too much, bruh.
Mm.
Almost every game, bruh. Golden Arrows beating Kaizer Chiefs.
Who'd have thought?
Hey, too.
Uh,
So I wonder what Dr. Watley Lava thinking, what has our league turned into? What is this? But
but would we be justified in saying the standard has dropped because, as you've said, Wuti, in the past, the big teams were known to be big teams, and when the other teams were playing against them, they in inverted commas they knew their place. But um, is that fair to say though, rather than saying that the rest of the teams have upped their own standard?
yeah, yeah, it's another way to look at it.
Yeah, because in the past, I don't think Uti, outside of the top three teams, um, players were keen on going to those teams. You
Hmm.
know, the competition in terms of quality players and you know it was almost known or an unwritten rule ukuthi if you are a good player you go to either
That
Pirates, Sundowns or
or
Kaizer
Kaiser
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah. So perhaps the other teams in the league have upped their standard
Kushuguti,
to a certain point.
we've got a great league. Kushuguti.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying,
Everyone is
Uti.
competing. It's a competitive league.
is is it though?
Yeah.
Is
Being
it?
upon the Sundowns. Let's take
Wait, we
Sundowns
have
out
a
of this
team that have won
conversation,
the
bruh.
league. Is it eight seasons in a row
Hmm.
now?
I think 8 to 7.
Yeah, I think yeah. It's close to 10. What we are sure of is it's
It's
close to
going
10.
there. It's going there. This season they might be Sundowns the invisible.
We might see that, but yeah, man. Asikhuluma ngedabs, man. Sikhuluma ngedabi. Soweto Derby. How do you Who do you think from Kaizer Chiefs, since they are playing at home, it is calling up? Who do you think um, are the players that have not come to the party? Because I don't think Uguti at the beginning of the season we would have looked at the Chiefs and their players and we would have thought Uguti this is the point that they'll be at. Obviously, we're not saying Uguti we expected them to run away with the league, but we would have expected them to be in and amongst those teams that are in the top 3, 4 competing, to give Sundowns a chase. So, what do you think they find themselves in this position at the moment?
Obviously, he achieves, dog. I think first, okay, I think let me break this down, guys. Gala, they have, I don't think their dressing room has been in order. So the coaches coming in, okay, coming in and going out, and most of, right, if you have a coach that's, yeah, the head Umulifensik, why would you appoint Umulifensik to take it? Wow, wow, what were Chiefs thinking there? I don't think the players themselves believed in Seiki Gucci is the guy to take them forward, because I think that was his first gig, ne?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
In coaching a big team, first
Mm,
team. Ooh,
yeah.
other than coaching a squad,
Yes, outside of coaching
his
our
squad.
national team,
Uthi kanjani? Uthi kanjani?
things happen. He was an
Yeah.
assistant for a long time, man. So
Yeah, and le enye to answer you with you, who's the player for he Chiefs this
yeah,
season to watch? Of course, it's Castillo. he's been
Yeah,
good, man.
yeah.
He's good, bro. I think engathi like angazidabula phakathi for like have 11 Castillos and pass the ball to himself, really, to because some of the players there because Chiefs, bro, they're not playing well. I don't know, maybe it's form, maybe they haven't gelled as a group because you want that. Futi, the new coach, man, you've seen him starting Abungo, there, Bushabalala, so players that weren't playing under Umlifensik. Maybe it's something else, Futi. You still have to adjust to playing with those players. Of course, if you Steve Compella mentioned it when Akulumange sometimes immediately when you take one player off the starting 11 and put another player, it changes the fluidity of a team. So Kawanga now you take three players off, three, four players, including the goalkeeper there. So yeah, well, I think those are the factors that are influencing Ipola Leki's achieves at the moment. Yeah, but Castillo has been a good player. We've seen it. We've seen his quality. Wow, bruh. In South Africa, you can. Castillo is from Brazil. No, not Brazil.
South America,
South
so
America, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, bruh. That side, Castillo, there's no prime for him there, bruh. And he comes to SA, bruh. He's got a new prime. Two times prime. So it's as if when we're looking at Castillo prime, we're seeing a player that's in their prime. Kabang.
Mm,
So
mm.
it's bad for Chiefs, bruh, relying on a Madala to
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
something, to
yeah.
conjure something for you guys.
Yeah, but uh we are spending quite some time on Chiefs now, but we'll move on to Pirates soon. But wouldn't you say Uguti, because in the recent past under Coach Arthur Zwane, he brought in a lot of youngsters, and it was said Uguti it's a good thing for Kaizer Chiefs, playing with youngsters. They will bring something new. They'll bring energy and so do you think Uguti it's a switch in mentality from Kaizer Chiefs,
What from youngsters to Omata? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Because they brought in Pulamodi, they brought in Potsane as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Potsane and
maybe.
Mtanzane.
Yes, I never even thought of it like that. But you're enlightening me there. Yo. I see.
But
I
yeah,
see. Yeah,
man.
you go.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
what's about Silva now?
And I see Lutina as we are neutral parties in this game.
Mm.
Fortunately for us. So yeah, as crewing il baga
Downs,
lithu.
bro. In the last 15 years,
Ngithi
the two.
ilibhakabhaka uthi downs.
Oh, yeah, bro. Where's my mind at? Yes,
Ngithi
the two.
ilibhakabhaka uthi downs.
Oh, yeah, bro. Where's my mind at? Bro. I think it Downs, they're so dominant, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Orlando Pirates, Bona, they still have a player which is Temeko Lodge. So Temeko Lodge in the last 15 years, he scored the most goals in this fixture. So he's got 5 goals. And they still have Vincent Boule and one of the players who likes this fixture, who's got 3 goals. So as an Orlando Pirates fan, wherever they are, this is what you want to hear coming into this fixture. Both of these players are fit and they are playing. And Uzili, the comments made by Lodge,
Lodge.
yeah, they want to come away with these 3 points at FNB.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. But making a comment and backing it up.
he backs it up. Backs it up. In the last 15 years, we are cool. 5 goals,
How
averaging.
many games are those?
I didn't check.
Nah, fam. Yeah, but let's not expect too much from abadlali bethu,
Hey, man,
siyabathanda.
what are you trying to say, bro?
Now I'm trying to say ukuthi we shouldn't be too disappointed if the game ends in a 0-0 draw because it has happened countless times
This
before.
fixture, this fixture, the last five, you know, in
Oh, well, at the last five, bruh, do you
the
know how
league.
many draws these two teams have played against each other?
But
There are more draws than
then yeah.
wins for either team.
Hmm.
So nah, fam. Especially given the fact that Itumeleng Kune is back in goals for the Kaizer Chiefs. He's played 23, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. He's played 23 derbies. He's only won 7 and only kept 4 clean sheets.
Hmm. Like you folk.
Yeah.
That's a fixture, mfethu. So it's with Giants and all. So check for Parachuchu. They got this guy who Mufukeng. Is it Mufukeng that
Yeah,
went to
Relebohile.
Relewil,
Mm.
a Wolves.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
youngster promising. So
yeah.
one of our players for Iparachuchu to look out for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I tell you what though, at the beginning of the season, in the first few games of the season, I really thought that Zakele Lipasa has something for us for the season. But it seems as if his momentum has slowed down in the past few games.
Hmm.
Why do you think that is?
I think the cloud feature got into his head. Everyone was talking about the Barca.
Uh,
Everyone was saying the Barca this season is probably gonna break Bissoum's record and
record, yeah.
all. I think
Yeah.
it's the cloud maybe kind of got into his head. Or yeah, I think that's that. And in the big fixtures, mfethu, Umntwana doesn't really show up. Maybe it's also the pressure as well, the team now and the fans are expecting a lot from him, and that overwhelms him a bit. And then Akale, we see this inconsistency in his game. So I honestly think that's that for Lipasa. But we want him to come back and for you to.
Yeah, yeah,
He's an
man.
international,
He's yeah, he's an international player for
so
us, so
he has to score those goals and for you to.
yeah, I would rather Uzakele Lipasa scores than, for example, a Christian Saile or who's that other striker, Gonj? Um,
Xavier,
Shiva Vero.
yeah.
You know, personally, I would rather a Lepasa scores, not because of a certain affiliation, but because he's South African. Him scoring, him being on form is a benefit to Ibafana Bafana.
Mm,
So yeah, we need those goals back from Uzeix.
yeah. We're not rooting for Ipaga to
That's
bring
not what
that
I'm
back, eh?
saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if there are goals to be scored, and it is only the strikers who are scoring on the particular day, I would rather it is Uzeix rather than, because the bigger picture that I'm looking at is the national team.
Mm.
Yeah,
I was ex-
not to say that I'm an Orlando Pirates fan or supporter. Yeah.
mm. I was like, he must be to, he must try to up his game, food.
Mm.
Yeah, because we've seen it. He's got the potential.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
poacher. He's that type of striker. He's gonna get the goals for you. So we've seen it at the beginning of the season. So I don't believe ukuthi nje bekuyintonyana la. Kusho ukuthi the potential is there.
Mm,
Just has to
mm.
work hard at it. Sizoyibona nje consistently enough as ama-fans webhola.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's check their recent forms. Kaizer Chiefs and Parachuch. We already mentioned ukuthi in this fixture they are head to head. The Chiefs have won their last 5. So Parachuch nil. They haven't won any in their last 5. Good league. So Orlando Pirates in their recent form in the league, they've won 1, which was against this Kukune. Their last game against this Kukune, they've lost twice. They've drawn 2 and scored 3 goals in
Out
their
of
last 5.
5.
3 goals, kept 2 clean sheets, and they've conceded 4. So, wanna comment on that, bruh?
No, I
No
think
comment.
nah, no comment. No comment.
Kaiser Chiefs' recent form in the league. thanks to their win against the Cape Town Spurs, they've got 2 wins now in their last five. They've lost three, no draws. They've scored six. They've conceded seven, kept nil clean sheets. So both of those teams, I think, they're kind of in a way they in a similar run. We won.
mm.
Mara, what I can say about Parachuch, I think Bona they're in a better situation than the Chiefs. Tell you why? Because they've only played 9 games a league in. They've only played 9 games. On the other hand, the Chiefs they've played
11.
11. So for Orlando Pirates, they haven't played a lot of games in the league. So yeah, in terms of them qualifying for a CAF, yeah, you can still see them playing ECAF Champions League football.
Yeah, but games in hand are not points in hand, so
But
they
that's
still have to play those games.
last season they did that. They
Mm.
did that. They had games in hand. They qualified. Now we'll have my
Yeah,
game one in hand. So
yeah,
they are good at that, Ipagajuj.
yeah. And
So
not too long ago, we saw from the Kaizer Chiefs that they had games in hand.
because I know what's coming. I know what's coming. Do that hard.
They had
Do
games in their hand, Eligini, and they were sitting pretty, and they fumbled.
it. They bottled everything up. So I felt
So yeah, what I'm saying is that games in hand are not points in hand. So those games they still have to play for.
mm,
Yeah.
so yeah, let's check. Final score predictions.
Final score predictions. I think from my comments throughout the segment, you could read Uti. I'm not too eager. No, not too eager, but I'm not too optimistic on a high scoring game.
When I not even a score, you don't even see a goal, bruh. Where's you don't even see a goal, bruh.
I
Let
don't.
alone high scoring.
I
No
don't.
goal for where.
I don't see a goal. I
Yo,
don't see a goal. Nah, I don't see a goal.
nil
Nah,
nil.
0-0 draw.
Hmm. You mentioned Mascala Guti. It's hard to watch our games. It's hard to watch our games, bruh. Yo, I want just to say 1-0. We feel like oh, ukupu indaba. So because it derby and because the Chiefs have won like their last five in the league, I think there are gonna be goals, bruh. There are gonna be goals.
Where will they come from?
Castillo Nyana, Castillo Nyana. It's gonna pick something for them. Maybe get a penalty Nyana. This is Fanana Njalo. Now 1-0
To who?
to Kaizer Chiefs. They're playing at home. Don't make fun of my final score predictions, bitch. Ulahad, bruh. Ulahad.
Nah, fam,
1-0
nothing.
to Kaizer Chiefs, bruh.
Wow.
Oh, what during the week? They scored 3 goals. 3 goals.
Against how many players?
Okay, Haibo. Captain Spurs, bruh. Everyone was there. Hey, I know I'm on Tanya the Chiefs. Uh,
Aye, Buffett, please do post your comments, Lapo, and make your final score predictions. As you can hear from me, I'm not too optimistic, and perhaps ninga convince as to why namele ngibona ama goals from this fixture.
bomi ayifela i-PSL bafethu ngiyabona bomi ayifela i-PSL DStv Premiership. That's why it's a center, bro, because we love it. I love this league bafethu. Touchline sessions bafethu siyabonga from your boy Civile. Bomi here, we out.
Danko.